In a recent video, I talked about how business can sometimes feel lonely. And I think I've noticed that a lot more, not particularly for myself because I push against that, but I've noticed it more in public when people who go to even coffee shops. I think a lot of people stay at home to work, but if they go to a coffee shop, they like set their laptop up and then they're on their phones scrolling when they feel like, you feel like they should be working. Like I can see that they're on Instagram scrolling with their laptop in front of them. Okay. I feel like that still feels lonely. Maybe it's just me, and you guys can chime in, but where is the community in business? And I was thinking about this morning specifically. I'm driving to Pilates. The sun is not up yet, and it's like this beautiful, quiet little morning. I turn on the radio and I'm thinking, like, I've never been one to work out consistently. I always would sign up for a gym. I would go maybe 2-3 days a week. If I didn't feel like it, if I woke up and I was like, I don't feel like it today, I wouldn't go. Or prior to when I actually was at the last gym that I was at, I actually just didn't really have a system or a regime for working out. So what was different this time? What's different this time? So Erin, who runs the Pilates studio, is in the group. Katie Mermaid Yoga goes. I see her all the time in there. What is different this time for me? And this is where the community comes in, not in the way that you're thinking. Of course, when you go somewhere and you see your friends, you might be a little more excited or motivated to go. But I'm talking in terms of accountability, and I'll tie the coffee shop back into this in terms of accountability. So what's different for me this time and why I feel like I'm sticking with it and almost looking forward to going even when I don't feel like going? The people that are there, one, I know them really well. So there's a little fear of judgment there. We'll come back to that. The people who are there and are going to see me every day are actually of a higher caliber of performance and athleticism than me. Okay. And when I go, I do know, and I have noticed that when I leave, I feel better and more energized. That's a given. We all know when you work out, you feel more energetic and you feel like ready to take on the day. Getting there is hard. Leaving there is a great feeling. So back to the first thing, the sense of community. We all know that we love to see our friends. Like going somewhere, knowing that you're going to see people who you love and who excite you and motivate you, that's a great feeling. The part about accountability, the second one, is if you do the reverse and you only choose accountability partners who are of the same caliber as you when you are really needing the motivation, then those people are going to message you and say, I'm not feeling it today. And you're going to be like, me either, girl. Let's go get coffee. Like, your enablers. They're going to be your enablers. When you partner with someone who is at a different a higher caliber, specifically a higher caliber than you, then you almost have a fear of judgment, a fear of embarrassment. I don't want to embarrass myself by letting these people think that I cannot perform, that I cannot hold myself accountable. And in today's world, there's this popular thing going around of saying Brittany, we choose to not care what people think about us anymore. Like, why are we letting the opinions of others dictate what we do in our day to day? That's not exactly a great mentality to have. Number one, biologically, we are social human beings, and a little bit of competition is built into our chemistry. And the second thing is, if you're doing business with these people, they need to hold you accountable. They need to know that you respect yourself enough. So I can't show up to these girls who are high performers not motivated. I can't show up to them like I'm not striving to be the best version of myself, for fear of letting them down. Like, not that they're going to be like, you didn't work out today, I'm disappointed in you. They're not my fitness coach. They are people in my community who we need to have a mutual respect for each other, and how I show up in my life and how I show up in my day-to-day is going to impact their perception of me. And I do care. I freaking care about that. Like, I have to care about that. So I want you to like reframe your mind on how you partner with people in the world and how you have drive in your business. So when you're going to that coffee shop to work, are you engaging with the people at the counter? Are you meeting with someone who could potentially be a mentor for you? Are you meeting with someone that you can do business with? Are you meeting with someone who can challenge you in your day-to-day? That could be a friend, but somebody who can challenge you in your day-to-day. And then in the reverse, if there's anything that you excel at, are you taking people under your wing? Or are you showing up for people who are at a lower caliber in that category than you, so that they can feel motivated to show up out of not wanting to disappoint you? And this goes back to the last video where I was talking about regard and respect. Like, respect yourself, respect each other. Some of this sense of community is getting lost in today's world. On the Whiskey and Wisdom podcast, Tyler, Chris, and I talked about how that sense of local community is getting lost, because when you're going to work in a digital room with someone who's in California. You're going to work in a digital room with somebody who's in a totally different location than you. And if those people are not in proximity to you, you actually can put on a show for them in your business, in the Zoom chat room, or in the Zoom webinar, whatever. Like, you can put on a show and they never know when you let yourself down. So putting people in physical proximity to you and going to work out, going to the coffee shop to work with them, holding yourself accountable, holding the people at a lower caliber than you accountable, showing up for those people, but also like not disappointing yourself and making sure that you have respect and regard for yourself and what you're doing in this world. So that is my not quite 15 minutes today. I hope that it motivates you to like get your butt in gear and pick who you're going to be looking out for to hold you accountable, even if they don't know that they're doing it. So Katie and Aaron hope to not disappoint you guys. But you're my friends now anyway, so I value you guys. But anyways, hope this helps somebody today, and hugs to all of you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for joining the community, and let's keep growing together. Bye, y'all.